Hello friends, I am Ashwin. Welcome to my chess channel. In this video, you will see an amazing opening chess trick to beat beginners very fast. You will also see that how black checkmates white in just 7 moves using this beautiful chess trick. And friends, in case you like the video, please subscribe this channel and do not forget to press the bell icon to view more opening chess tricks and other videos to improve your chess game. White plays pawn to e4, black plays pawn to e5, and now white plays knight to f3, and this attacks the pawn on e5, and you will protect that pawn by playing knight to c6. And the common opening move is bishop c4 for beginners in this position. And here for black the most common move are bishop to c5 or knight to f6, but we will surprise our opponent by playing knight to d4. What we are doing, we are sacrificing the pawn on e5, and friends, it is not just a pawn sacrifice, because after capturing the pawn on e5, white can also attack the pawn on f7 on next move using this knight and bishop duo. So white might thought that knight capture e5, and now black has to play knight h6 to stop this knight capture f7, and on next move he can play pawn to d3 and he would be having great game. But friends, after knight d4, knight capture e5, we will unleash another surprise with queen to g5. And now we are attacking the knight and the pawn on g2, but also allows white to capture pawn on f7 that attacks the queen and the rook on h8. But before going to the main variation, that is knight capture f7, we must have to look what happens if white just saves his knight on f3. But then we will capture the pawn on g2, and this attacks the rook on h1, and if rook to f1, and then we can simply capture the knight on f3, and this is completely winning for black. So after knight capture e5, queen to g5, white will definitely capture the pawn on f7. So knight capture f7, this attacks the queen on g5 and rook on h8, and now we will play queen capture on g2, and this attacks the rook. Rook to f1 is the most common move, but now we will play queen capture e4 and it's a check. If white plays queen to e2, then we will simply take the queen, and if white plays bishop to e2, then friends, can you spot that move? It's a checkmate in one, and really beautiful smoother checkmate, and that is not knight to c2 but knight to f3 check. Bishop cannot take because it is a pin. But friends, after queen capture on g2, we have one another variation, that is knight capture on h8. In this position we will take the rook first, queen takes on h1, and bishop to f1 is the only move to save the check, and now queen takes on e4 and it's a check. Again queen to e2 is a bad move because of knight capture e2, but he can play bishop to e2. And now friends, knight to f3 won't work because king has a space to move on f1. In this position we will play knight captures c2 check, and friends, here it is advisable for white to capture this knight. If he captures, then we will simply capture his queen and black is winning. Even this knight is also trapped. But if he is greedy, then he will definitely play king to f1 in this position, and it's a game over. Checkmate in one, of course, queen to h1, a beautiful checkmate. So friends, how was the video? If you like this video, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the video notification to watch more opening chess tricks and traps. Thanks for watching. Your comments and questions please. Bye bye.